All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. So a lot of times when I do fitness related videos, I do them in the gym, but sometimes it's super loud or super busy. So I thought I would do one in my backyard. Sometimes I just like to come here and shoot. It was a really nice, more chilly, on the more chilly side for Florida. So really nice night here. So what I want to get into today is something, it's regarding when working out and getting obsessed with your reps and your rep count. And I'm here to tell you, I get it. Most of us do a certain amount of sets, and then we determine our strength on how many reps we're doing, right? If they're getting easier, we want to up the weight. If it's getting harder or things aren't working out, you back off the weight, right? Kind of common sense stuff. But I'm here to tell you not to always get caught up in the numbers when doing your reps. Because one of the things I realized over the last, 35 years of working out is it can set you back as well. Let me put it that way. So say, for instance, you're bench pressing a certain amount of weight and you're always used to, say, doing 10 to 15 reps in between there and getting fatigue. As time goes on, you may, increase in weight and your reps a little bit, but a lot of times you'll fall into sticky points, I call them, where you're really not making any improvements. And what I think happens is your brain starts to program itself to say after 10, let's say, all right, we're supposed to be getting tired here or weaker on 11, 12, 13, and then you're always ending, let's say, at 15, your rep count. It almost becomes programmed. I don't know if you ever did that regarding anything you're doing, fitness related. It's like you may have a lot more energy or a lot more strength in you, but your brain says, wait a minute, we're supposed to slow down here. We're not supposed to exceed this. And I think back to the numbers, it's the numbers that do that to us a lot of times. And I've done this, and I'm going to give you a hint on what I've done is, and it really works for the workout partner more than anything else. It's when you go into a gym and I start working out, I don't get caught up with the reps. I'll do the same amount of sets, but when I go in there for, say, a month, I just do them. I blow them out. I almost go to failure every time. And then in time, I come back to revisit that, say, in a month. And I do those same exercises. Now I'm going to count them off. And what I realized is when I counted them off, I was so much stronger than I was before. What was preventing me a lot of times from exceeding was because I already knew the amount of reps I was doing. When I didn't count the reps, I just did it for pure, just go to failure or going to where I really was truly fatigued. And it wasn't something I was contemplating. When you just go to lift weights, or say you're just going to run for a while, or you're going to do whatever you're doing, and that could include time. A lot of times I know people are always running, looking at their clock, or if they're cycling or they're doing whatever, they're always kind of, and I get it, you're paying attention to what you're always doing because you want to see if you're improving or not improving. Sometimes you need to just go work out for the sake of working out or doing whatever you want to do just for doing it, not being so strategic about it. Because again, I think being so strategic can set boundaries on us. And I remember when I was very young, I know this sounds crazy, I was working out starting at like 5 years old. But when I realized when I was hitting my teen years and working out, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just kept doing. And the more I just kept doing, the more results I kept getting because it wasn't mental. It's not saying again, oh my God, I can bench press this amount of weight this amount of times. Then next time I come in, I'm like, oh my God, I only did it that amount of times. Hopefully I can do maybe one more or two more, or maybe I'll go up 5 pounds, or maybe I'll do this. No, you just go into the gym and you just work out just for literally, like I said, a month. Just be free from it all. And I know that may sound kind of crazy, but just going in there and just keeping your mind open where there are no restrictions. So like I was just telling you, if you went 10 to 15 times, you're going to go in there and just say, okay, I'm just going to do this till I get fatigue, or when I want to quit. It's not going to quit at a specific number. And that also includes a lot of times, even if you don't go to failure, always stopping at a certain number. But please don't always get caught up in numbers, especially if you plateau. And I think what makes a lot of people plateau again is same amount of sets, right? Then they get caught up with the same amount of reps, right? At the same amount of weight. Don't do that to yourself. Another thing is push yourself, evolve, try different things, try giant sets. You could try supersets. You can try all these different types of things. I've done videos on those as well if you want to check them out. But yeah, you want to push yourself again and not get caught up in the numbers. Just remember that, okay? And that goes for anything you're doing. And if you have a workout partner, that's what I should have said, I forgot. is have him do the counting off for you, okay, for like a month, literally, and maybe keep a track on that. You're going to kind of know what you're doing, but I'm telling you, once you become free when you go to a gym and just say, hey, I'm going to curl this as many times as I want, I'm not going to be like, oh, I usually curl this 8 to 10 times or 8 to 12, let me do it. Then at, like I said, 8 or 9, you're like, oh shit, I'm starting to feel it. Well, no shit. But if you didn't know that number in your head, you wouldn't be concentrating on that number. You'd be concentrating on your muscle mass or putting your mind in the muscle inside of your bicep. So again, when you have a workout partner, let him count it off. And I promise you, you come back in a month, you are going to be usually a lot stronger than you were before because there were no boundaries. You just kept going to go. It wasn't anything there to stop you. At least that's from what I've learned over the years. That's worked for me. And I think a lot of people should look at it that way as well. And it becomes a lot funner when I don't always have to count each rep on everything I'm doing, right? And making sure that every type of weight I'm always improving. So something I thought I would throw in there for you guys. So if you'd like, check out my podcast, The Rich Celenza Show, WTF Are You Talking About? I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you're traveling, safe travels. And if you get a chance, subscribe.